Cool. Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradleys Fun. This is the Daily Dish with your host, with me, your host, yours truly, Ron E. Bradley. Oh my goodness, I hope that wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day, morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night. Could be 6 a.m. on the West Coast, if that's where you're watching from. Could be 3 a.m. in Hawaii. I have a friend that's in Hawaii right now. And so yeah, if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, boy, that is great. Andy W's here, says good morning. I'm actually awake. You don't even really have to be that awake if it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Are you back in Oregon, Andy? Even if you're on the West Coast and you're just like barely opening your eyes and you got your phone in hand watching the show, that's great. I hope everybody is having a phenomenal day. And speaking of the day, as of the recording and live streaming of this right now, it is the 17th day of the month of June. Yes, we're in June. I almost forgot. Same time zone at Sparks, where? Sparks, Nevada. 17th day of June, 2025. We're halfway through what is probably my least favorite month of the year. This month could maybe not so much be my least favorite month of the year if it wasn't for the extreme abuse of the symbol of the rainbow, which is God's covenant. That symbol, which is the covenant of God with his people, and a covenant where if his people are obedient to his commands, they shall be rewarded. That covenant symbol being stolen, usurped by a certain group for nefarious purposes, very nefarious purposes. Yeah, that one. Not real. I've never been happy about that. It's been a disgusting play from the beginning. It was, back in the 1980s and 1990s, I don't think anybody really cared what anybody did with their personal lives. You do whatever you want to do, whatever. We don't really care. You don't get any special rights for living that way. The choices that you make with what to do with your body and your mind are your own. And you live with consequences of those choices, but they are choices and you don't get special rights because of those choices. And you certainly, when they stole this month and used it for activism, and then they really crossed the line when they started aiming it all at kids. Oh boy, did they cross the line when they did that. So yeah. Wow, 18 of you all here so far. This is great. Seeing a lot of people coming in this morning. Fantastic. Great to see you all here. As you guys know, you are as Roger Rabbit would say, you're the apple of my eye. You're the cream in my coffee. Wait, I don't drink coffee with cream. But that's okay. It's the weasels. Hi, Yeti. Oh, that is so hard for me to do anymore. The please thing. I'm missing a tooth back here, and it affects it. please. It's the Toon Patrol. Hi, Nanny. Please. Yeah, it's harder for me to do than it used to be. But guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. This is fantastic. Yes, if they get rid of all that whole rainbow month symbol, pride cometh before the fall. By the way, it's not a good thing to be prideful. Yes, exactly, Dan. God's rainbow is a promise not to flood the earth, and it's so much more than that. It's a symbol of his everlasting covenant with his people. It means a lot to me, especially having lived in Israel, having walked in the same footsteps as Jesus had when he was alive, and it means a lot. It means a lot to me. And surprisingly, I'm not even that religious of a person. People might think that I am. I'm really not. But I very much believe in doing our best to keep our Father in Heaven's commandments. And a lot of that has to do with his ability to help us be in control of ourselves. Not the easiest thing to do. We all fall short. But, that's why we need him, so that he can make up for the difference. But we certainly have the ability to try a lot more than I think most of us do, including myself, way too often. So we just don't need activism out there telling us that what is wrong is right, and that's what I don't like. We might not all be able to keep up with what is right, but that doesn't mean that we should advocate for it, for wrong being right. That's just wrong. Anyhow, let's move on with the fun subjects of the day. Thank you guys for being here so much. I appreciate it. You guys give me a lot of energy. You're the Energon. You're the best audience on YouTube, and you're the ones that make this work. You are the Energon to my Autobot, not my Decepticon, because I never really wanted to be a Decepticon. But you guys are the ones that give me the Energon to make this guy transform and roll out of bed in the morning to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
And you are the greatest. And that is why I play that little clip every day to remind you guys you are the greatest audience on YouTube. Thank you for being here today. Let's see who all we have in the house. Early, 8:22 a.m. Extreme Meme came in and gave me, hi ho, this is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the studio of Follow the Bradley's Fun here for the Daily Dish. Let's see. We have Snortopopus Coo Bear coming in with hello, Hoobins and other critters. Extreme Meme wanted to start this early. If you knew where I was at 8:29 a.m., you would not have wanted me to start at that point in time. You can probably figure it out from there. It's the morning. Certain things happen in the morning. What are you going to do? Tom F. coming in hot. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Hail. Hail. Not hail. Hail. Come on, guys. Yes, we're going to find out. It's not really clickbait. It is apparently Disney is touting that Snow White is #1 on their streaming service. We're not very many people are watching your streaming service. That's probably going to happen. Hanging with Erica and Raph gives us the pink wave, the pink hand wave. What does Jonathan have to say? John Rubin says, hi, Ron. I hear the parks are buckling down on issues with character performers, making sure they say they are friends of the character because people are recognizing them out of costume more than ever, I guess. I don't know why they shouldn't have to buckle down, because that's always been a thing. There's the gal that I follow, Sophia daughter. She basically got let go. I don't know if there were a lot of reasons behind it, but she got let go for something like that. Of course, she was also posting how much she there were issues that she was having with the college program. Look, I understand. I've worked for the Mouse, and it could be a great experience, but depending on how you feel about certain things, they can make it an awful, awful, awful experience for you. And I would never go back to work for them. Not unless I was the CEO of the company and can change company culture. Because the culture of that, the culture of working there at the House and Mouse is, I know people that have their jobs there, that have had their jobs there for a long time, and they stay because for various reasons, but none of them like it. There's certain perks, and they also make getting those perks selling your soul in a way. So I don't want to do that. That's why I like doing this and being with Pro and being able to, tell people how I really feel. How is everyone doing this morning? Jonathan asks, how is everybody doing? Dan's Life of the Kingdom is here. We all saw this coming. Of course, it's going to be the most stream on Disney Plus. Just to see another disaster unfold. I missed. Where am I? Okay. Let's see. Extreme Meme says, Summer Sizzle is charting. It's time for that summer sizzle. I don't have a cherry popsicle or something. I don't know the words. Good morning. I'm actually awake. Yeah, so am I somehow. So thank you for being here, Andy W. I appreciate good seeing you. Let me see. Yeah, that would be it. Indeed. Kathleen Fantasy, my mom is in the house. Everybody say hi to my mom. She is checking us out. She is with us here. I like this one. This is funny. June does come before September. It checks out. And yes, a happy bunch of lions. Lions that are clearly watching the Flintstones. It's a yabba dabba do time. Jeremy Heath is in the house. Thank you for our wrenchers being here. I appreciate you all. Did I get cheap eggs from Bell today? Although they are cheaper. Eggs have gone down by more than 50% in the last, I want to say, month, literally month. They'll probably drop more. But I noticed, and I'm saying more than 50%, basing it on one particular price. That is the 60 eggs that you can buy from Walmart. They sell eggs in these big bunches. You can buy 60 of them at a time. And those eggs went from over $25, and actually a couple months ago they were actually over $35. They're down to $11 now. So and they'll probably go down more. I remember when they were about $4 or $5. So yeah, eggs have gone down a lot. And that is huge, by the way, for the economy, because eggs are in so many things. Any of the bread you buy, the cakes you buy, any of the baked goods, other mixes of stuff, there's all kinds of things that eggs are in. And so when the price of eggs drop, you should see the price of a lot of your other foods drop over the next coming months, as the effect of that is, and also gas prices are dropping. So the economy, it's actually getting better. It's almost as if we have somebody in charge who maybe knows what they're doing nowadays, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know as far as working at Universal if that's any better, to be honest. It may or may not be. Tom F is still sleeping, even though I'm awake. I'm going to invite you on the show more, and you'll have to be up, Tom. Oh, here are the words. It's time. What if we spoke it? What if we spoke it like Christopher Walken? It's time for my summer sizzle, cool as a cherry popsicle. And don't hold back. Get ready to stun. Fun for everyone. It's time for my summer sizzle. Wow. Beach ball party. Yeah, we're just getting started. Wow. Very exciting summer sizzle. I think it sounds better if Christopher Walken talks it out. Costco eggs, 15 for 5 dozen, 11 at Walmart. Walmart beats the price. Just Nita is in the house. Good morning, Just Nita. Good to see you. My gas is free. Just say, hey, it does. You still have to pay for the tacos. You still have to pay for the tacos, man. Excellent. I think I said hi to everybody. Welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun, the Daily Dish early edition that is probably going to stay in this time slot most of the time. I did think about making it a little bit later on Tuesdays since I'm going to be in this chair for hours and hours and hours on end, but that's okay. That's okay. Everybody in the house watching today, I want to let you know we met the goal yesterday. If you haven't participated yet, the poll is up on the channel for where to go, for where I'm going to go and stream live in the parks next. So far, Universal Orlando, the Studios Park, is winning. So who's this? A mix of Walking and the Mad Hatter. Oh, did I do that? Oh, the Mad Hatter. I don't know how I did. The Mad Hatter. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, take the poll. If you haven't taken the poll yet, I think we have like 17 votes on it. So I'd love to get more votes on that poll. That is going to determine where I go next. The goal today is 5 super duper chats on the channel. So we hope we get those. We want to have things to celebrate. Speaking of things to celebrate, let me get this on the screen for y'all this morning. This is our collection. I definitely need to get more things on here. Put it on the screen for you. This is add to the stage. Gotta add it to the stage. It's one of the reasons I do this first, is so that my transitions and my stories are smoother. Make Disney Walt again. Yes, there is our Follow the Bradley's Fun spread shop. Tom or one of the wrenches can get the link to that in the chat. If you buy anything from the spread shop and you let me know during the course of the show, we will celebrate that as part of our celebrations that we do. Right now, we have a 10% discount if you buy 3 products. We've got Make Disney Walt again. You've got the Follow the Bradley's Fun t-shirts. That is the Fedora, finding the Fedora finds. We have another video coming out today. I promise that I'm going to get the one out today for today because it's been up. I have a video that's on YouTube that I haven't published yet, but it's going up today. And then there is our Follow the Bradley's Fun logo merch. You can also buy stickers and hand those out. This is cool because on the back of the shirt, we've got, you can wear this and it helps out the channel because on the back of the shirt, people can scan the QR code and subscribe to the channel. It's great. We appreciate that. So if anybody purchases anything from the spread shop during the course of the show, then yes, purchase anything from the spread shop during the course of the show. And yeah, you got to put, I think you have to put the HTTPS on it. Then we will celebrate that. We will celebrate anything from you guys. We always celebrate you guys anyway. We want you to celebrate along with us. When we do a celebration, throw down fireworks emojis, bear emojis, YouTube emojis. If you're a member of the channel, custom emojis, anything. We want everybody to celebrate with us. We celebrate for any support we get from you guys. So whether that is a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, it's a PayPal, it's a buy me a coffee support. It is buying something from the spread shop. It's a membership milestone chat. Somebody becomes a member of the channel or memberships are gifted. Any of those things we are going to celebrate. Get ready to celebrate now because I'm going to show you what a celebration might look like. It's going to look something a little bit like this.
Is it too much? Too much? It's the birthday!
Oh, this is just the best of my scene. that go back to big? I don't want that big. Stop that. Stop that. I don't know why that does that. It shouldn't have done that. Anyway. And also I wanted to let people know this. There's Andy W coming in hot with her celebration. Appreciate that, Andy. I wanted to let people know we have something here. We have currently now some membership on the channel has gone down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to look real quick and see what we got, but we have right now only 25 members. Now there might be 30 because I don't know if that today's are counted, but the membership has not been going in the right direction. It's been going in the wrong direction. And so I'm trying to motivate people to become members of the channel with this little guy right here. This is our popcorn bucket, our Figment popcorn bucket. We're giving this away. And we were very, very close to the giveaway. We actually had like 85 members of the channel. So I don't know why it's dropped so much, but we did have 85 members of the channel. When I get to 100 members of the channel, I'm giving this away to one lucky winner. So that is a membership motivational drive. This thing is worth a lot of money because this particular Figment popcorn bucket, this is the one that people waited 8 hours in line for the first day it came out. They ran out the first year that they sold them, so they had to sell them a second year, which they usually don't do. And they were going on eBay for like well over $200. Some were $500, $300. I think I saw one for $1,000. Anyway, very valuable popcorn bucket. Indeed, Figment. So when we get to 100 members of the channel, everybody who has a membership at that point in time will go into a drawing for this thing. And I'll be doing it live. I'll do it with the wheel. However, you get a lot more entries if you gift membership. So anybody that's gifted memberships, you get an entry for every gifted membership. And also you get more entries for the level that you're at. So depending on the higher the level you are, the more entries you're going to get. That'll happen when we get to 100 members of the channel. So we want to get to 100 members as quickly as possible. So if anybody wants to become a member of the channel, gift memberships, anything like that, it will all be good, and it will all go towards that. So Equisheart, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Equisheart. So just wanted to let you all know that we are doing that. And of course, we also have our super chat goal for 5. Now, I always tell you this. If you cannot afford to do any support, please don't. That's really, really important. I don't want to take any money out of people's pocket. They don't have it. Very, very important. If you do, it's great. Everything goes to help support the channel and keeping us on the air and keeping us being able to do what we do, which we love to do. Because of you, we're able to do it. So we thank you for all of that. And super chats count towards the goal if they're 99 cents and up. So even a little bit goes a long way, and we appreciate all of it because it keeps us being able to do what we love to do, and especially keeps me from having to work for the mouse or any other entity like that. We appreciate that from all of you, and we love you guys so much, and we love to celebrate. So any of that support is going to get celebrated on the channel too. First things first, we are going to put some numbers up on the screen. And I mean that in the most literal sense because we're adding this to the stage and we're going to check out the weekend box office. The numbers from the weekend box office are here. The reason we check them out on a Tuesday and not a Monday is because the final numbers from the weekend don't come in until Monday evening. That is when everything is updated and proper. Everything that comes in before that are only estimates. So I love checking the box office and seeing how we're doing. It's not a good year for the box office. We are in the middle of June, January, February, March, April, May, June, 6 months. By the time July 1st hits, it will be 6 months of the year, and it appears that we don't have a single billion-dollar blockbuster on our hands. And considering how much money is being spent to make these movies these days, that is not at all, it's not at all good for the box office. There were a couple movies that we thought would hit $1 billion. We thought Minecraft would have hit a billy by now, and it slowed down very fast after its opening couple of weekends. It's 900 something. So we're going to check out the various numbers. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to blow this up and see if I can put it. Is there a way to move myself to the other side of the screen here? Hey, look at that. I moved myself over. Okay, well, that's something interesting. I'm playing with this a little bit playing with it a little bit live. So, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Aha. Interesting. Okay. So there is a way to get that up there and a little bit different. All right. I haven't played with that stuff before, so you're seeing behind the scenes in front of the scenes. All right, so we're out of the numbers here. We're checking out the weekend box office chart. A little bit more of a casual show on a Tuesday. Hope you all don't mind. All right, so How to Train Your Dragon. How many people in the chat have seen How to Train Your Dragon? If you've seen How to Train Your Dragon, let us know in the chat. Let us know what you thought of it. I haven't seen the live action yet, but it's doing well. It did very well. It's opening weekend. It hit $198.7 million worldwide. I do not know what the production budget was, what the marketing budget was. If I had to guess, I would say I would say that the spend on this was probably in the $350 million to $400 million range. So we're probably looking at a need of at least $700 million worldwide to break even. That those figures are like rough estimates, but it looks like it did pretty well during its opening weekend. How to Train Your Dragon live action. Now, but a bigger news than this is what Lilo and Stitch is doing, which is still number 2, but only hit 15 million domestic during the course of the weekend. The reason why this is such big news is that while it's in profit territory, which I think is a good thing, the reason it's in profit territory is because the spend was so little on this. It was only $100 million to produce. They may have only spent another $100 million marketing it. If that's true, then the spend on this was under $250 million, probably closer to 200 million, which means the 400 million was the break-even point. Well, it's in really good territory. It looks like it's profited. It's 826 million, and they're getting back half of that. So they're probably making over $200 million in profit so far. That's very good. Okay, that is very good. However, it doesn't even come close to making up for the losses from the Disney company in movies this year. Every other movie has lost money. And lost a lot more than $200 million total. It looks like they're probably going to lose up to, depending on how the other movies do this year, they could lose up to $1 billion this year on theatrical releases. Does this come in? Is it tracking to hit $1 billion? Well, here's the problem. If you look at this chart right here, and you look at that gray swath, if that yellow line was at the top of the gray swath, then it would be tracking to hit $1 billion. It's going to, with it trailing off right now, unless there may be new territories that it opens up in that haven't seen it yet. I am not sure about Japan, but it's trailing off, and it could hit $1 billion. It might fall short of it. Now, my early prediction for this was $1.157 billion. I made that prediction on the WDW Pro show, and I think it may come in a little under that. And I was one of the people that predicted the low end for that. So, I don't know. I might be closer. I don't know if it's going to hit 1.15 billion. I don't even know if it's going to hit 1 billion. We certainly will find out over the next few weeks what's going to happen with that. The thing is, it was made originally for streaming. It will do extremely well when it gets to streaming. It has a divisive ending, which have, put people in different places about it, but we shall see. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, when we take a look at that, it's at 500,000 worldwide. That is not enough to put it into profit territory, not even close. So as much as I want that movie to succeed, it is unfortunate. It's not, it's probably not going to profit, at least not at the box office, which is sad. I like Tom Cruise. I like the movie, but I don't think that it's going to be in profit territory when it ends its theatrical run. Let me see here. There is some theme park news that I would like to get to. So Dan's Life at the Kingdom says that How to Train Your Dragon is pretty much the original. So you're saying that it sticks to the formula. I don't know if I've heard different things. I've heard that there's some changes. I don't know what the changes are. Haven't seen it yet. Valiant Renegade said that production was 150 million and the marketing was another 150 million for How to Train Your Dragon for the Epic Universe commercial. Yeah, so that's probably about right. It might then it might only need about 600 million to break even, which would be great. So we'll see what kind of territory it gets into. That would be good. Avarice Carmageddon is in the house. I don't think it'll make it to $1 billion. Other movies will kick it out from the theaters. Yeah, that is the issue right now. So the issue with theatrical runs at the moment, and the reason nothing's breaking $1 billion, is because of how front-loaded they are, and they're not front-loaded enough, right? So a lot of these movies are coming in hot on the front end, but it's not enough. And then when they get to week 3 or week 4 and something else hits, they just haven't made enough to leg out to $1 billion. And that is tough. Still need to see Mission Impossible. It's good. I saw it. Some parts of it changed a little. Diversity added to it. No, I've heard about that. That's not, as long as it's, the problem with diversity is they're basing diversity specifically on superficial traits that are not important typically to character. And that's not good. Izzo's Place has just rocked his way on in here. Good morning, fun fam. Good morning, Izzo's Place. Let's play a little celebration. Izzo's Place coming in. Just because I want more celebrations on the show. We gotta have them. We gotta put them in. feels more like I fell out of bed into the stream, but I'll take rocking if I can. Indeed. Hey, Tom. Hey, Snort. Hey, Heath. Hey, everybody coming in the house. This is a celebratory stream, guys. Kind of surprised Test Track is opening sooner than later. I'm not. They've been testing it for a month. They just wanted to make sure it was ready to go before they made an announcement. So Test Track is opening on the 22nd of July, right after they close a couple of other things like the Rivers of America and the greatest parts they have of the park. Closing Rivers of America, I don't think they realize the tragedy that they're putting themselves into as they close Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island. Closing a necessary respite part of the park, that's bad enough. Ripping out Frontierland, it's not going to be Frontierland anymore. You do not have an American Frontier with cars running around on it. That's not the Frontier. Well, how can I not feel great after that? That's right. You get a welcome. You know what? Let's do. You know what? I know I haven't had a super or anything like that yet, but I don't care because I want more.
But you wanted more?
Yes. So I think we deserve a little bit. I think we deserve a little bit more of a celebration with the guy who you're going to see right after me anyway. I don't know, Izzo, by the time you go back in 2035, who knows who will own the company at that point. I'm like 10 years from now, who knows what could change. James All Day says the new Test Track sign looks like a car dealership sign. That's because it is a car dealership. Test Track is designed to sell cars for General Motors. That is the whole deal. Thank you so much, Andy W., for coming in with the support chat. Yes, indeed. Yeah, gee, I mean, was it Chevrolet before? Who was it? Was it Chevrolet? I can't remember who. It was some other. It's an American car company. It'd be funny if it was Hyundai. or Tesla. Make it Tesla. Well, that'd bring the people in. So it was Chevy, and now it's GM. Is Chevrolet not part of GM? Why did I think that Chevy was part of GM? I literally did. I thought Chevrolet was part of General Motors. But, what do I know about cars? I'm not a car person at all. My idea of a car is having a vehicle that gets me from A to B and to be, comfortable enough without being luxurious. I would never spend. If I were a millionaire, I don't know that I would spend the money to have a luxury vehicle. I would spend the money to have a comfortable vehicle, like a Honda Odyssey or something like that. I love the Honda. Here's the thing about the Honda Odyssey. It can survive a fight between Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's all I need to know. I mean, what else is there after that, right? But it does look like we are getting a lot more announcements from more and more parks. As a matter of fact, this one is really interesting. This particular announcement. Universal Orlando's newest park, Epic Universe, is well underway. It opened about a month ago as of the recording of this. Not quite a month ago, but very, very close to the public. It's been open for, it was open for testing even before that. So Epic Universe is going strong, and they're about to go even stronger with announcements. Yes, they have already announced expansion. That is so cool. Check out this story out of thatparkplace.com. We're going to get it on the screen for you. Epic Universe expansion begins as Project 915 permits reveal new construction plans. Yes, indeed. Epic is expanding. Epic is expanding. Oh, it is early, right? Yes, this is out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't yet. By our good friend, Mr. Marvin Montanaro. There is the Kronos, the gate. And this is taken from the inside looking out. You wonder next which path to chart. The answer lies within your heart. But the answer to what path they are charting lies within the new permits that they got. So we're going to check this out. Universal's Epic Universe may have just opened its gates, but that's not stopping the company from getting to work on its first major expansion. Just weeks after its grand debut, new permits filed with Orange County confirm the arrival of something big that right now is simply called Project 915. Universal isn't slowing down. Nope, they're not slowing down at all. While Epic Universe has been quietly wrapping up final touches like landscaping, pathway refinements, and signage, behind the scenes, Universal has also been busy filing a wave of new construction permits that signal imminent expansion. Among the most vague filings are entries simply marked as professional services. But two in particular stand out: permits for something entirely new under the project name 915, and this isn't a small upgrade. Here is the permit. Copy of the permit. These are made public in the state of Florida. This is the permit for the first Universal Epic Universe expansion titled Project 915 from the city of Orlando. One of the permits describes a 40,178 square foot construction site, including foundational groundwork, utility relocation, new utility installations, and full site grading. Another permit tied to the project lists vertical construction, a clear signal that steel will soon start rising in one of the park's undeveloped zones. Both permits are set to expire in December of 2025, which gives Universal a firm window to begin and possibly complete this next phase of Epic Universe. Let me try that one over again. A strategic location with expansion in mind. If you're wondering where Project 915 is going, the most likely answer is an expansion pad nestled between Super Nintendo World and Celestial Park, right across the path from the Atlantic full-service restaurant. That location has long been designated as a future development site, and now it seems that future is arriving sooner than expected. And there is a photograph of the site taken from above. This photograph is courtesy of BioReconstruct. Photos from aerial documentarian BioReconstruct show a clearly defined backstage lot now cleared and sectioned off by temporary construction walls and a service gate. This aligns almost perfectly with the square footage described in the permit, giving us our first real clue as to where the action will take place. Interestingly, this space was originally rumored to be the site of a parade building back when the plans for Epic Universe were first drawn up, but recent documents suggest that parade support structures will instead be located at the rear of the park, including behind Dark Universe, leaving this pad open for something else entirely. What could the Project 915 Epic Universe expansion be? Or that is the question we are all pondering. Yes, indeed. Hey, if you have ideas that are outside of what this article says, please let us know in the comments below what those ideas are. At this point, Universal has not released official details about what Project 915 will become, but the leading theories point towards a multi-purpose soundstage or theater, possibly designed for events, seasonal shows, or even temporary exhibits. The footprint listed on one of the two permits is 30,337 square feet, which would be consistent with several of the sound stages already used at Universal Studios Florida. That leaves roughly 10,000 square feet of additional area for pathways, backstage access, or support facilities. If these rumors hold true, this expansion would greatly enhance the entertainment capacity of Celestial Park, giving Universal the flexibility to host major events, concerts, and nighttime spectaculars without interfering with day-to-day ride operations. And there's a picture of Mr. Nintendo himself. That would be the creator of Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto. He is pictured there next to Donkey Kong, and on the other side of him, of course, is Mark Woodbury, the Universal Experiences CEO. So excellent photograph, day one of Epic Universe. While a soundstage might sound modest on paper, it could also serve as a modular space for more ambitious projects down the line. Universal has been known to test new technologies and concepts within enclosed show buildings before rolling them out on a larger scale. Think projection mapping, drone choreography, and even hybrid dark ride theater concepts. There have been many rumors regarding Epic Universe expansion plans since before the park opened. Many believe we're likely to see Legend of Zelda or Luigi's Mansion at some point, with other rumors pointing to the addition of a wicked Wizard of Oz land at some point. None of these plans are confirmed. However, it seems as though this particular area would be too small to house an additional themed IP land on the scale one would come to expect from Epic Universe. Visible signs of progress. So far, construction has not yet begun in earnest, but that may change quickly. The only visible change to the expansion pad over the last few weeks has been the removal of portable office units, which previously occupied the back corner of the lot. With that space now cleared, there's little standing in the way of a foundational work starting soon. Once we see construction fencing go up on cranes, arrive on site, it will be confirmation that Universal is wasting no time turning Epic Universe into a dynamic, evolving park that doesn't wait years for its next new edition. And a couple of final thoughts by our good friend Marvin. Epic Universe has barely caught its breath from its grand opening, but Universal's long-term vision is already in motion. Project 915 may be the first of many new additions coming to the Orlando resort over the next decade, and it sends a clear message to competitors. House of Mouse. Universal is building for the future now. Yes, indeed, they are. As more permit details emerge and vertical construction begins, that Park Place will keep you informed every step of the way. Whatever Project 915 turns out to be, it's the start of Epic Universe's second act, and we will be watching. That is right. We will absolutely be watching, and we want to know if you will be watching too. So please let us know in the comments below what your thought. I want to know your thoughts, and then also any ideas you might have for expansion. Yes, let us know all of those down below in the comments. Let us know down below before you go out the door. And coming in the dough hot today in the chat is Izzo's Place, which, why is this not? There it is. I just might try to live in Zelda Land. Well, indeed. For that, you get a, I don't know if you'll be able to live in Zelda Land.
Right.
But you might be able to live in Zelda Land. I think that you at least need to live in Wookiee Dance Land. So for all those who are ready, let's celebrate this 5 with Wookiee Dance. What did I miss? Oh, that service dog. The service dog is here. Go and Choki's here. Okay. This is coming in too fast for me to hit. This is what happens when you don't have a producer. They need another hotel that opens into their next land. Yeah, that would be cool. Let me tell you, and I put it up on the channel this morning. Thank you guys for celebrating. I appreciate the celebrations. Yes, indeed. Look, I put it up on the channel this morning, a short of what it's like to go from Helios right into the park at Epic Universe. And of course, that is also in my Epic Universe vlog. If you haven't seen the vlog yet, please check out the Epic Universe vlog. That one's important for people to watch for the entire hour of the vlog, because it's an hour. The more watch time on the channel, that like hugely helps out the channel. When you come into a 1 hour long video and you watch the whole thing, that helps tremendously. So anybody that can do that, I appreciate it. Run it in the background if you have to. Anyway, yeah. So it's very exciting. Helios may not be the greatest hotel in the world, but the idea of being able to stay on property, look out the back, look over the park, see where you're going to go. You can actually plan your day by looking into the park and go, oh, I'm going to go there and I'm going to go there. And I mean, it's so cool. It is so, having been up at the top of Helios, and I have shots. I have some B-roll that I use from up at the top of Helios, but I haven't actually done a vlog on it yet. Done a vlog on the other two hotels and Helios, and I haven't done a vlog on Helios yet. So, but we will be spending a lot more time in Universal, guys. So yesterday we did indeed meet the goal for 5 super chats. If we meet the goal today, I will be popping up other places on the YouTubes. So that's one of the goals for today. I might be popping up even if we don't really go. So it's if you want to help me celebrate, great. If you not, that's okay. It's up to you. Anyhow, the point is we met the goal yesterday, and for that there is there's a poll on the channel right now. If you go to the community tab, it's just posts tab now, but it's the community tab. Is what it used to be called. And there's a poll there. If you haven't taken the poll, take the poll. Right now, Universal Orlando is winning. I'm not sure when the live stream is going to be. Probably if Universal wins, I'll probably do it on the weekend, which I think would be very, very cool. Possibly on a Saturday, because I can go to Universal on the weekends. So take the poll. Let me know. And also, for those of you that are just coming in, I want to announce this. Memberships on the channel have dropped quite a bit, so we need to get more memberships on the channel. We got to get up to 100. When we get up to 100, this is the guy that we're giving away. This thing has a lot of value to it. They're never going to make it again. It's a one-of-a-kind exclusive popcorn bucket. This is our Figment popcorn bucket. This is the thing that the line was 8 hours to get. $25 I think was the initial retail value, but now it's worth a lot more. So yeah, I mean, when I get to 100 members of the channel, I'm giving it away, and I'll do it on live stream and on all of that. The more everybody that's a member gets a single entry, but everybody that's gifted memberships gets an entry for every gifted membership they've given. If you are higher level, you get more entries for that. So you can have more chances to win. And some people are going to have chances to win that just got lucky enough to get, gifted memberships. So thank you for all that support, especially from Go and Shogi. I think he's given the most. He gets a lot. Go and Shogi, you might end up with that thing because you've got the most entries so far. What are you going to do with the popcorn bucket? Maybe he'll give it away. That Service Dog says, with my son's sensory issues, we've decided that saving up for the next few years to stay in the park would be worth him being able to go back to the room when needed. I'm not. It's so worth it. So worth it. I mean, that's it. What a huge deal that is. And the thing of it is, if you're staying there, if you're at Epic, you can just go right back to it's part of Epic. Helios is basically part of Epic Universe. It's very, very cool. Go and Chuggy. I love that. It's like but I think I just incentivized Go and Shogi to never give away memberships again. He's like, no, I don't want all the entries. Anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's what we want to do for my son's birthday, who my son also has sensory issues. For example, we can't really watch fireworks. Yeah, it's tough thing. So I understand it. Definitely understand that. But we do need to get to our next story. What is our next story? Well, there's one that just popped up at that Park Place, but I think I'm not going to run. It's James Gunn responds to Snyder versus fan sabotage campaign against Superman. I didn't even know that was a thing. So there's no reason for me to do that one. I'm not doing the one. No. All right. This one's interesting. All right. You guys are going to laugh when you see this story that I'm about to do. You're going to laugh. I'm sure it'll be tackled somewhere else. We might tackle this later on the pro show. Oh my gosh. I know you're going to laugh because I'm laughing on this because it is so ridiculous. This next story. That's okay. You know what? Go and Shogi, you have the power to do what you want with that. And that would be fine. Anyhow. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the story myself because of how ridiculous it is. Gosh, sorry. I'm going to get it on the screen. I promise. I will get it up here. This is probably considered good news for somebody, but if you are a fan of the Disney parks, if you're a fan of what Disney used to be before this guy came in, you're going to consider this bad news. But for this guy, it's good. For fans, it's not good.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way.
Yes, I can do that.
Oh, well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
Yeah, wait till you hear this is right. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe this is a story. Oh, look, that service dog. Before I do this, that service dog has become a member and gets an entry. And for that service dog, thank you so much. Let's give you a culture bear. To that service dog. We appreciate that so much. Welcome, service dog. Yes, indeed. Okay, guys. Yes, no, I will. I'll send the popcorn bucket to the UK. I don't mind. If whoever wins it, wins it. Pamela, if that's you get it. I promise. Culture bear. Culture bear. How do I introduce this? We've learned a lot about this gentleman over the last 20 some odd years of his tenure leading the Walt Disney Company. I don't know what he's leading the Walt Disney Company to. Personally, I don't think it's the best outcomes, but I will tell you who is a fan, huge fans within Hollywood. Yes, this guy, you know him, you have thoughts about him, Bob Iger. Robert Iger even has named a building after himself in New York City before leaving Disney. Will he ever leave? We don't know. But while he may not be the most liked among the fan base of Disney, He is loved by Hollywood and the Hollywood elite. We're going to get the story on the screen. This is out of thatparkplace.com. Please bookmark it if you haven't done so yet for all the news that should be fun. We try to make, again, this story funny to me because I just don't, to me, personal feeling, Bob Iger, not, I don't know. To me, he's taken Disney in a completely the wrong direction. Kathleen Kennedy clearly thinks different than I do, which is not surprising because not exactly a Kathleen Kennedy fan either. But you can let me know in the comments whether you are fans of Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy or not. Let us know in the comments below. Out of thatparkplace.com by our good friend, Mr. Marvin Montanaro, the headline reads, Kathleen Kennedy lobbies for Bob Iger to receive honorary Oscar while ABC negotiates new Oscars TV deal. Oh my heck. My goodness gracious. Oh, look, there's our good friend, Bob. Not great, Bob. Yeah. A new insider report suggests that Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy is spending her remaining influence lobbying for Disney CEO Bob Iger to receive an honorary Oscar, just as the Academy negotiates its next broadcast deal with Disney-owned ABC. Was she ever an acolyte? I know another A word that I could never mind. I'll be nice. Gotta be nice. According to Variety, Kathleen Kennedy has been actively reaching out to Academy Board members, encouraging them to support Iger for one of this year's prestigious honorary awards, which are traditionally presented at the Governor's Awards in November. Sources say Kennedy has used recent membership meetings to personally pitch Iger's contributions to the film industry, which include Disney's multi-billion-dollar acquisitions of Marvel, Pixar, and Lucasfilm. Apparently, Kennedy believes Iger deserves an Oscar because he bought a whole bunch of expensive properties. This is just hard to read with a straight face. This is like, We would like him to receive an Oscar for his apparent complete lack of creativity. There's the appropriate look for Bob Iger right there. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, this is a hard one to cover. It's worth noting that Bob Iger wouldn't be the first Disney executive to receive such an honor. Walt Disney himself was awarded multiple honorary Oscars during his lifetime, beginning with one in 1932 for the creation of Mickey Mouse. He famously received a special Oscar in 1939 for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, presented with a full-size statuette and 7 miniature ones. Very, very well deserved. Disney was also honored for technical innovation on Fantasia in 1942 and later received the prestigious Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award for excellence in producing. For a company so steeped in Hollywood history, an honorary Oscar for Iger would carry a symbolic connection to Walt's legacy and give Iger a matching accolade that his predecessor, Michael Eisner, never received. And there is a great picture of Walt Disney presenting Mr. Lincoln. Whether Kennedy or Iger, if this is coming from him, is consciously making that link or not, some within the Academy suspect the move is about more than just recognition. It's about securing Iger's place alongside the company's founder in the industry's most exclusive circle. Reportedly, Kennedy is acting on her own initiative and supposedly not at Iger's request. However, Bob Iger is also the man who named a multi-billion-dollar building in the heart of Manhattan after himself. In a move akin to Tony Stark before Tony Stark was brought down a notch or two in the MCU. Still, the optics of the effort are already raising eyebrows within the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The ethical questions come not just from Kennedy's personal relationship with Iger, but also because of the tangled, see what he did there? Tangled, put that in there. Because of the tangled corporate relationship between Disney and the Oscars themselves. Disney owns ABC, the longtime broadcast home of the Academy Awards. The Academy is currently in the middle of negotiating a contract renewal for the Oscars telecast beyond 2028, which will mark its 100th ceremony. Many feel pushing a Disney CEO for an honorary Oscar in the middle of those negotiations raises uncomfortable questions about influence and impartiality. Oh, you think? On the surface, Kennedy pushing for Iger to take home an honorary Oscar may sound innocuous enough, but in this context, the entanglement of personal lobbying, broadcast rights, and institutional politics is anything but simple. A representative for AMPAS, AMPAS, declined to comment, and neither Kennedy nor Iger have made public statements regarding the lobbying effort. However, one Academy source downplayed the controversy, noting that the lobbying for honorary Oscars is not unusual, though many inside the organization are privately speculating about Kennedy's motives. Kennedy has already received the Academy's prestigious Irving J. Thalberg Memorial Award alongside producing partner Frank Marshall in 2018. While not a standard Oscar statuette, the award cemented Kennedy's status as one of the most decorated producers in Hollywood history, with 8 competitive Oscar nominations for films like E.T., The Color Purple, Seabiscuit, and The Sixth Sense. Still, her record at Lucasfilm has been far more divisive. While early projects like The Force Awakens and Rogue One brought massive box office returns, recent years have seen stalled film development, a pivot to streaming, a fan backlash. It's just a little fan backlash over shows like The Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. Notably, no Star Wars theatrical film has been released since 2019. That is set to change soon with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie and a developing Ryan Gosling-led Starfighter project. Both are seen as late entries following years of missed opportunities. This lobbying push may also coincide with Kennedy's efforts to cement her legacy. As previously reported, she is expected to leave Lucasfilm by the end of 2025, though she has publicly stated that she's been planning for succession without offering a firm timeline. As the Academy prepares to announce its 2025 honorary Oscar recipients, all eyes will be on whether Iger's name appears among the honorees and whether the Kennedy-Iger ABC triangle draws further scrutiny. Until then, the intersection of corporate power, personal loyalty, and Hollywood's highest honors remains very much in the spotlight. Do you believe Kennedy is lobbying for an Oscar for Bob Iger? Do you believe that potentially Iger is actually the one lobbying through Kennedy? I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let us know down in the comments below before you go out the door. And thank you for coming in for this one today. Let's check the chat and see what's happening in the chat. It looks like our good friend, Canadian Family Life, Tiffany, has come in. Hello to the Great White North, Tiffany, our friend. Makes a lot. I don't know if you've ever seen her channel. She's got a lot of really, really good recipes on her channel. So check Canadian Family Life out. Go and Shogi. You can put the link to her channel in the chat if you would like to do that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Lifetime Achievement Oscar for ruining Disney. That's exactly. So much greed. Iger is the most avaricious person I've ever seen. It's such a funny, like, I had to do the story because it's like Bob Iger. I mean, if this happens, I think the backlash is going to be insane. I would love to know, like, excellence in destroying. Okay, I got a lurk. Okay, that's cool. Izzo, you're still there. You're looking all good. Oh my gosh, yes. Totally ridiculous. He has destroyed Walt Disney World. Ron deserves an Oscar for Mr. Right. Oh, well, thank you. I don't think that would be an Oscar. I think that would be a Grammy. But I appreciate. By the way, for those of you that don't know what Pamela is talking about here, she's talking about a song I did called You're Mr. Right, which is currently streaming somewhere on the WDW Pro Prelude Studios radio music channels. I don't know when it comes up, but it's definitely on there. So maybe Pro will help me to produce a video for that song. That would be awesome if we could do that. I will ask and see what see if we can do that. I haven't thought about it like till just this moment. I was thinking, hey, you know what? That could happen. I'm going to ask Pro. We'll produce a legit video for the song. That would be fun, and make sure that I've properly officially secured all the rights. I own the song, by the way. I wrote it, so I have the copyright. The copyright's mine. But I need to make that all official. Canadian Family Life is in the house. Check out and subscribe to Canadian Family Life. There it is. Perfect. That the chat is chatting. Yes, indeed. And thank you guys for the support. So far today, we have 1 out of 4 from Izzo's Place, and that service dog has become a new member. So thank you for that support. If there's any more, let me know. And also, if anybody buys anything from the Spread Shop, definitely let me know about that, because I think we're going to do one more story. And of course, on Tuesdays, I usually cut early. But of course, we have the headline story ahead, and if you saw the headline that Snow White is number 1, you are probably thinking this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Dr. Evil, is Snow White your favorite, right?
Right.
No. Oh golly. It's funny. How many hours what? I will be doing the show Disney Lives. This show is going to go for another, I don't know, 12 minutes or so. Oh golly, I got to get this last one on the screen for you. First of all, I have to find it. So there's that. This one's down. There we go. Okay. Oh man, I found it. Oh yeah, I don't know. Let's see what the story has to say and see if those reported streaming hours are in the story or not. I'm not sure if they are or not, or where we can find that. But Pro will probably be covering this as well if he hasn't already. Maybe he covered it last night on his show. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, children of all ages, your favorite Disney princess is back. That's right, Rachel Zegler. Yeah, your absolute favorite Snow White, right? Oh, she's in the news again. Snow White's in the news again. Why? Because Snow White has landed on Disney Plus, and it's the number 1 thing on Disney Plus. Well, that's what the friends at Disney are saying anyway. Let's check out this report out of thatparkplace.com. This is such an interesting story. You gotta love how Disney frames the things that they frame. Anyway, here it is out of thatparkplace.com. Please do bookmark this if you have not bookmarked it yet. This is by our good friend WDW Pro. For all of those that are in the know, they subscribe to WDW Pro. Media report Snow White is the #1 movie on Disney Plus following its debut. But is Rachel Zegler really a comeback kid? What a face. What a face for our dear friend, the lovely Miss Snow Farquaad, or Rachel Farquaad, or what? Princess Farquaad. I don't know. Anyway, she's got Prince Farquaad's hair. There she is. Disney is rolling out the red carpet for Snow White, but it's not the kind you'd expect. With the live-action remake starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot having arrived on Disney Plus on June 11th, the studio was quick to highlight a not-so-surprising fact. The movie soared to the #1 spot on every major Disney Plus chart worldwide within days. There's an important caveat to make here, and we'll go into that in just a moment. There is a post on X by Mr. Troy Lyon. Opening Disney Plus today, I did not like seeing this. I wanted this movie to flop like it did in the movie theater. This is a trash, awful movie to me. Unfortunately, the Snow White remake has got trending #1 on Disney Plus. The old OG animated Snow White better to me. Yes, of course, it is better. It's way better. But again, there's a huge caveat. It should be very clearly stated that Disney Plus has a top 10 list, but our understanding is that it does not in any way correlate to actual viewers or view time. If that were the case, Bluey would be at the top every single week. Instead, we believe that Disney purposefully curates the list for their own purposes, and then the list is used for public relations and marketing. In other words, while Snow White likely is the #1 movie streaming on Disney Plus in its first 3 days of hitting that service, we see this time and again with box office releases coming to the service regardless of their success or failure at the box office. Sites using the quote-unquote top 10 on Disney Plus are doing a disservice to their readers. That said, we do expect Nielsen and or Illuminate will show Snow White to have achieved at least decent numbers in its first week on streaming. Why wouldn't it? There's no cost to viewers for tuning in. There's no cost to viewers for tuning into and viewing something that they likely didn't go see in theaters. Again, that is a very important caveat. Very, very few people went to see this at the theater. And if you have Disney Plus already, you're going to tune in. I clicked on it and watched about 5 minutes and wanted to throw up. So I'm like, well, it probably shows I clicked on it, but, not. Anyhow, Pro, our good friend WDW Pro, goes on to write, this marketing triumph couldn't come at a more critical time. Snow White's theatrical debut in March 2025 was a public misfire on a scale that was once rare for Disney. With a hefty $370 million plus production budget, the film managed to gross only $205 million globally, earning the label of a box office bomb, which, by the way, is bigger than a flop. Critics were largely unimpressed, some praising Zegler's performance but criticizing the reimagined dwarfs and political tone. Audience reactions were lukewarm too. A 40% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and only a 71% audience rating with a cinema score of B+. For those not in the know, a cinema score lower than A- is not good for their quite odd grading system. That is true. It's not like you can give the movie an F. Enter Phase 2, damage control via streaming. By shepherding Snow White quickly to Disney Plus, the studio is clearly hoping that the convenience of home viewing combined with curiosity over the controversy and casting and reshape the public narrative. A tried and true method for Disney is to move a flop to streaming and there claimed that it caught a new life, new momentum, a new lease on success, all while never really giving us the sort of justification that analysts would want to believe it. Streaming success stories, especially for films that underperform theatrically, are increasingly part of Disney's playbook. Business Insider notes the studio is banking on streaming, video on demand rentals, ABC/freeform airings, theme park tie ins, and merchandise to salvage profitability. As a side note, I'm going to tell you, I don't think it will, but you can let me know in the comments. Do you think this will ever become profitable? I think it'll go the way of Dumbo's live action and Pinocchio's live action and Peter Pan's live action. I think it's going to go down with those, and those are bad. Yes, indeed. Flix Patrol. Flix Patrol's #1 ranking suggests that this strategy may be paying off, at least in terms of headline numbers, flixpatrol.com. However, just like with Parrot Analytics, we remain extraordinarily skeptical of rubrics and data analyst groups that use nebulous internet buzz to justify economic failure. Shareholders aren't paid in internet buzz. Here, from Pro, are the metrics that matter. Platform performance. Theatrical $205 million worldwide gross versus a $240 to $270 million budget. Plus, of course, you add in the spend for marketing, and it's $150 million more than that. Disney Plus, #1 movie in multiple countries post June 11th, according to Disney. Audience, moderate reception, 71% score, B+ cinema score. It's a strategic pivot. What is Disney's strategic pivot? #1, swift streaming release. 83 days after theatrical opening, notably faster than recent Disney films like Mufasa, The Lion King, 100+ days, and breaking the normal 90-day plus window Disney keeps as a minimum between theatrical release and streaming debut. #2, promotion of streaming win. Disney publicists and Screen Rant headlines now lead with #1 on Disney Plus, a narrative shift from the box office numbers to streaming dominance. Extended reach. #3, Disney Plus algorithm boosts combined with pricey video on demand and bundled subscriptions create multiple revenue streams to try and salvage as much of the film's potential as possible after hundreds of millions in box office losses. #4, avoiding theatrical anchor. Where reviews and box office were weak, streamer enthusiasm gives Disney fresh marketing ammo and breathing space for home viewing royalties. Disney can then make the Encanto claim that the film found its audience in the secondary market. Since Disney controls Disney Plus, there's really no way for anyone to check that, and thus the narrative sets in place. Sure, Snow White is topping Disney Plus charts, but that doesn't erase its on-screen and behind-the-scenes turmoil. The streaming debut is clearly phase 2 of Disney's strategy. Rebrand the movie as a hit under a more controllable PR narrative. It's a textbook pivot from a theatrical stumble to an online spotlight. Yes. But is ranking first on a platform with curated content a real measure of success? Time and transparent streaming numbers will tell. For now, Disney is leaning hard into the streaming spin, using #1 ranking to counterbalance months, dare I say even years, of box office and critical baggage. I don't think that any of this is going to resonate with people. I actually believe in the whole "we the people" thing, where we the people are far more intelligent than those not the man upstairs, not the man upstairs. No, sorry, those in leadership roles in like corporate America and stuff want to give us credit for. Politicians want to give us credit for. I think we're smart, and I don't think anybody's really buying into this. Of course, it's going to get curiosity clicks like my own. I still haven't watched it. Can't say I've seen the opening number, and again, made me sick to my stomach, made my stomach churn. It's bad. It's not the lyrics, the message, the tone. None of it shouts Snow White. None of it shouts Grimm fairy tales. None of it shouts what it should. But I need to know your view. What do you think? Are you smart enough? I think you are. My audience is smart. Let us know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this? Are you seeing past this whole number one strategy? Let us know in the comments below before you go out the door. Thank you for coming in and checking out, even though it was about Snow White and Rachel Zegler again. Thank you for coming in. Let's check out the comments. Snow White doing well on streaming means nothing. How does it translate to profits? It doesn't. Nobody is signing up to watch Snow White. They're just already there. That's true. I don't think it's not going to bring any new people to the platform. But what is new is Izzo's Place with the $5 coming in hot with that. Just might try to live in Zelda Land, and Service Dog becoming a new member of the channel, the YouTube member. Thank you guys for the support today. We appreciate that so much. And you know what? Let's give you one more Wookiee dance before we head out the door. We love the Wookiee dance. Weird. Oh, indeed. And look, my beautiful wife is in the house. Everybody say hi to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley Adventures. She is doing so well on her channel. I'm very excited if anybody ever catches her streams. Chat with her. She's usually in Spanish on the vertical live streams, but she also will happily translate and speak English. So very, very fun stuff that she's doing on her channel. Go and Shogi, do you mind sharing out the channel link for Virginia Bradley Adventures? I would appreciate that. Oh, and there's the Epic Universe. I appreciate you sharing that one. And then if you could share my wife's link, that would be great. Izzo's Place says, I'm trying to get this on the screen. I'll never watch it unless the wife wants to watch it to ridicule it. I wish she would do a movie review podcast with me. I think the internet would enjoy her snarky insights. Oh, that'd be fun. I'll watch it. I will definitely watch it. Some of the stuff that's on your channel is really, really cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Back to lurking. Pam Empson says, hi, Virginia. My beautiful wife says, have an amazing day, everyone. Hola, Pam. Hola to Pam. And I'm trying to see if I know going Shogi's out there searching for my wife's link to put on the thank you, Going Shogi. Thank you, Izzo's Place. Thank you, my beautiful wife, for being here with us this morning. And so here is the schedule for the rest of the day. Guys, we are going to stream right into Culture Casino for the 6-minute daily. The 6-minute daily is going to go right into That Park Place Morning Magic, which will stream for an hour and it lead right into WDW Pro, the Pro Show. And the Pro Show will then lead right into T3PO. Do not change that dial. You're on the right network of channels. And yeah. And then join Virginia Bradley Magical. Oh, that's the Magical Adventures one. That's the but she needs views on that one too. She's got 2 channels. Avarice Carmageddon, you are very, very welcome. And I wanted to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you guys so much. We're working on getting a lot more of these individual videos up on the channel. There will be one tonight at 5:45. I think you'll enjoy it. It's once again about Rivers of America and Disney shooting themselves in the foot on that one. Oh my goodness. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. We're going to send you over to Culture right now. And until tomorrow, until the next time we may say, heck, I might see you guys just a little bit in like a few hours, but be here for that too. But until next time, again, thank you guys so much. And we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Thank you.